Yo, this is Terrell from Bully Line and D Line and every line. No, from D Line and Hall of Fame, and this is Bully Rants. This one is pretty much on stutter. I'm struggling on this one, but this one is pretty much. Someone asked me about my opinion on making a line or solidifying your program. And I did do one similar to this, but I guess I should probably be more specific and give a couple examples. But if you're breeding, first of all, you should pick a dog and you should pretty much narrow in on exactly what you want out of that dog. Too many times now I see programs where the dogs are all scattered all over the place. They have 8-9 different looks in one yard. I see people who've dealt with my dogs. The one second they have a Denzel dog, the next second they have a Miyagi dog, then they have a Dax dog, then they have I mean, hopefully, I don't think you can make those three work any kind of way. That's just my personal opinion. I've seen them work, you know, especially Dax and Denzel. I've seen that work for a nice exotic look, and I've seen some clean dogs off of Dax. But I think as you go forward, you have to narrow down what you're doing. You know, for me, I try to pick dogs that have like characteristics and you know, a pedigree that sort of matches what I want to do. And pedigree is important, not just picking, say, if your favorite dog is you know, King Kamali, or which is one of my favorites. But if that's your favorite dog, then the dogs that you're putting in your program should be like King Kamali. And what I mean by like is somewhere in the general area. And then as you decide to do breedings, one of the worst things I've been seeing now is, hey, post your studs and let me see what you got so I can see what I want to breed my female to. Pretty much, if you're serious about your program, you don't have to make posts like that, because you know exactly what you want to put in your program and you already narrowed it down to studs based on their pedigrees and based on their looks and you know, and the overall package. And pedigree is important because if you can look in the pedigree, my advice is to go back 4 generations. If you can go back 4 generations and you see a consistency in the dogs through that 4 generations that you would want to use and you would want to have in your program, then you pretty much on safe ground. If you look at this pedigree and there's 2 or 3 dogs or 4 dogs that you pretty much don't like but you love the other dogs, you have to put it into the equation that those 3 or 4, maybe 5 dogs in that 4 generation pedigree that you don't like are going to be in your program. And it's just as likely that those traits and those issues that come out, whether it be bad hips, high rears, elbows, back, breathing issues, all the issues, that's going to be in your program. So I've always found out, and a lot of breeders I've talked to always say that the 4 generations is the safest way to look back and say, okay, this is what gives me the best shot of making a consistent program. You know, pretty much right now I just see people all over the board. You know, they go from a very clean dog to now they want to bring in a dog that's obviously just looks like a fat bulldog, and they want to mix this together in hopes that you're going to get something in between. And it's possible, but a lot of times what happens is you might have one dog that fits that criteria and the rest of the litter is just scattered around, you know, and you don't get what you want, you know. But the key is to stay consistent and make sure that you stay on top of your overall program. And consistency is the key. It's really no shortcuts. You can't try to take this dog just because you love him and put him in your program if he doesn't fit what you want coming into the future. You can't take an XL and try to add that into a pocket program hoping that you'll get the size and girth of an XL but the height of a pocket. That shit just doesn't work very often. I really have never seen it work, but hopefully that helps out. But like I say, the best way to do is to research a pedigree, find a lot of like dogs that have the same characteristics as what you want, and then go with your program from there. You know, I'll do one pretty soon on how tight you should breed, which I don't think you should breed super tight at all. But we'll get into that next time. But keep it bully. If you have any questions, hit me up. Peace.